What's up guys, Vinny here bringing you my custom tactics, what I'm going to be using in the first weekend league. I know a lot of you guys are from on my channel is from my custom tactics for last year. I did a lot of them, displaying my top 100 custom tactics, what I used that week. And then you guys obviously went and tried them, and some of you liked them, some of you didn't. It all depends on your playstyle. But before I get into what my custom tactics exactly are, don't forget to hit the subscription button and then the subscription bell to get notifications when I upload, because I'm going to be trying to upload a little bit more to the channel in the next coming week. This is the team what I'm going to probably be using in the first weekend league, hopefully, as long as I get the pat luck and my draft grind keeps up. I've got I think I'm going to have to play like another 16,000 FIFA points worth of draft, which is about 200 games. I think I can do it before the first weekend league comes out, but I can't really show you the custom tactics with this exact team and how I would have it lined up. You get to see what I'm going to be using. I'm also doing a road to glory, so don't think I'm just using a mega team and these tactics just work with a mega team. It doesn't. These are more suited, to be honest, for lesser teams. Due to I'm going to be using it on my road to glory, where I've only got a 400k budget, where I'm going to be using lesser players, maybe like you guys, maybe some of you are got mega teams and whatnot. But this is where I'm going to be showing you my custom tactics. Up the start, we've got balance. This is just when you're on balance, when you pause it and do it. We don't change anything here. We don't need to, because we are switching in-game to defensive, attacking, ultra defensive, depending on what situation we're in. And what I'm going to say to you guys, these tactics are just working for me right now, but maybe in a couple of weeks they might not work. Maybe even in the first weekend league it might not work. But this is what I'm using in draft, and this is what I'm finding is the most suitable for me. I've played a few pros and it is working as well. Don't think you're going to use these tactics and going to make you win, because it won't. Some different tactics might just work better for you, and I'll explain why in the next week's video, where I'm going to explain every detail of custom tactics and why to have it at a certain thing depending on your playstyle. This is my main formation though on defensive. This is a 4-2-3-1. As you know, I am a 4-2-3-1 player. That's all I do. I'm a possession based style player. I like to have my team quite structured and whatnot. So defensive style is balance. I know a lot of people are using drop back, but for me I like to use balance this year, due to I like to be able to press, and with manual defending this year it's been so effective. I want my players to be in a better position when I'm trying to do this manual defending, just so I can, you know, get to the ball quicker, or my players are just not dropping back. So it's just an easier way to press people, and that's why I have it on balance. Width is 5, you know, very standard. See a few people use 4, maybe even 6, but I just have it quite basic on 5, because I don't feel many people really use anything above 6 or 7 in attacking width. So maybe I'll try and match them with my defensive width, so that we're always in like line. So let's say if they're using 5 width with a 4-4-2 and I'm using 5 width in defensive in my 4-2-3-1, originally my four defenders will just line up perfect with their 4 attackers. So that's why I use 5, because that's just the most basic what people use. Depth is 3, slightly deeper line, and once again on this FIFA, having the people behind the ball will help you win games. It's annoying, I know it is. This we thought we got away from it, but how the game is sort of based right now in draft, I'm telling you, like, this doesn't really matter too much. But in competitive play rivals, when the gameplay is slower, the attacking situations are not strong enough, like they're not overpowered to beat manual defending right now. Unless somebody's really bad at defending, then you're going to beat them. But with driven being so poor, so stiff at times on this gameplay, can't beat these people one-on-one, which is a bit of a situation which I'm hoping they will patch. But yeah, that's why I'm using 3 depth right now, because I want people behind the ball, because attacking is not that actually good right now. Unless you're just like a really good attacker, then obviously you're never going to have that issue. But some people might struggle when there's like every man behind the ball. Having that dribbling aspect into your game, or maybe attacking play being a bit more effective, you're going to be able to break through these defense easier. With the gameplay being slow, it's a lot harder, a little bit more hard possession. I think one of my mates who's a pro player was saying that in Rivals and Div 1 it's like 20 minutes possession, which is completely boring and not how the game should be played in my opinion, even though I'm a possession player. Up next, offensive style is balance. I'm using balance because I like to have a bit of best of everything. When I have possession, I find my team is too cramped in the middle when I'm trying to get out from defense to attack, and I feel like there's no rhythm to my attack. When I have balance, the players do natural runs and how they want. Like they can go forward, they can come back depending on the situation. Obviously you can use L1 and R1 to make that happen. My attacking width is 5. As I mentioned, everyone usually plays on 5. It's quite simple, just how I've played this year and what I find the most effective. Playing the bots as 4. Don't want too many people coming into the bots and helping the attack. To be honest, with 4-2-3-1, you've got quite a nice structure with your 2 CDMs and your free counts and your strike. And I'll explain to you what so effective about the 4-2-3-1 with the way I set it up. As a lot of you know that I used to do balanced on my CDMs and I let them help attack due to everyone parking the bus, and that is what we're using again this year. Corners and free kicks on 3, very standard, don't really change anything too much. This is the player instructions. We've got stay central, getting behind on the main striker. This is like your main player really. These guys going to be scoring the goals. Your ram and your lamb is on balanced. Your cam is on stay forward, so you can get the counter attacks very quick. He's always in a good position to, you know, be able to hit the counter, maybe link up with a striker in an effective way. As I mentioned, the 2 CDMs on balanced and cover center. This is because I want them to help in the attack, because I'm sick and tired of trying to beat 11-man people with just 4 attackers. It's not really that effective, so more people you can get into the attack without being countered too hard is always good. Obviously make sure you've got fast CDMs if you want to play this style though, because if you have slow, you're not going to be able to make it back on the counter attack and you're going to get screwed. Stay back on the right back and left back, because we still want to keep the structure at the base of the defense with a 4, so we're not getting countered too hard. And that is my main tactic, and my main formation is the 4-2-3-1 as I mentioned. My plan B, if things are not working though, right now I'm using the 4-4-2, and as you see everything's exactly the same because I haven't experimented too much with everything. I've gone with this tactic, it's been working for me. I'm like 101 wins and 4 losses in draft on Xbox, and I'm 102 wins or something like that to 7 losses on PlayStation. So these tactics have been working for me. I want to keep a tactic basically what's quite simple for me, and it's always working, because I see a lot of pros change up everything and players change up their tactics every week, but they're never getting really good with one tactic. So this is why I've had a plan B and a plan A. Sometimes you need to realize your custom tactic, your formation isn't the one what's breaking this team. So maybe a different player. So let's say I'm playing somebody who's using quite a narrow formation. Maybe 4-4-2 will stretch them better than a 4-2-3-1 due to the right mids and the 2 strikers. You're going to be able to counter them quicker. With a narrow, it's obviously very impacted in the middle, but if you have your right mid and left mid straight onto their right back and left back, you're going to get incredible counter attacks. So that's why I have 4-4-2 as my plan B. As you see, I have a different instruction though. I have false 9 on my left striker. Doesn't matter which striker you do, but this is because sometimes I find coming out of the back to my midfield to my attack, the transition is not that smooth. That's why I have false 9 on one of my strikers, so they come and drop in the hole and give me an option to feet, where then I can play out to the other striker or to the right mid or left mid. It just makes my attack be more fluid. I know a lot of pros just use getting behind and whatnot, but it's what I'm using currently and it is working. Stay central, getting behind on the right striker. This is because with this guy dropping in the hole, I need this guy to be making effective runs forward, but also staying central, because this false 9 can wander off to the right, to the left, to the middle, wherever it may be, but I want to make sure I've always got one striker in the middle to be always an option. Right mid and left mid on basic, stay back and cover centre on the right centre mid and left centre mid, and stay back on the right back and left back. Very simple instructions, but quite effective. With this false 9, you'll see in a lot of my formation guys what I'm going to be bringing out. False 9 is kind of a key factor what I've been using in a couple formations. If I'm trying to chase the game and I need to pull the game back, this is my plan C basically. This is desperate mode. This is ultra attacking, press after possession loss 4-2-2. Got 5 width. Once again, you could actually up this. Maybe I'm actually going to up this to a 6 width, because people do try, when they're holding out the game, they do play more on the wings. So maybe up that to 6-7 width. I'm going to probably go with 6. Depth is 8, because I'm trying to squeeze these people, press after possession loss. I want an instant impact, try and get the ball as quick as possible back to get a second chance at to get back into the game. Defensive style was always balanced. I don't change from this. As I mentioned, I get a bit of everything. Fast build up, session, whatever it may be, I get it with balance. Width still is 5 on attack. I'm still not changing that. I think this is just the most effective for me. I have a bit of width. I have a bit of, it's still quite narrow at the same time. So 5 there. Players in the box, we've gone up to 7. This is because I want people to be pushing forward when I've got the ball in on the wings, giving me options. So definitely recommend trying that out. Getting behind on the left striker, getting behind on the right striker. As you saw before, I was saying I used false 9 on one of my instructions. Now, because I'm trying to chase the game, I don't want this guy to be dropping in the hole. I need to get these counter attacks super quick. RBA, RBX, straight into these people up top. Getting behind, obviously, into the strikers. Getting a box for the ram and lamb. We've still got one of the CDMs stay back and cover centre, but the other one is balance, because we've got the wing backs helping with the attack this time. We don't need to have both CDMs coming up, really. If we got the two CDMs coming, right back and left back even, we're going to have a very effective attack. This is my plan C. If I'm losing, this is the tactic I go to. Last 10 minutes, always a crucial time in weekend league. You need to make sure you're getting the results. I see a lot of players, a lot of pros, they don't really care. Like, they're 2 goals, 3 goals up. Let's say 2 goals, okay? This is what I always say to myself in the game. I'm 2 goals up. If I concede, it's only 2-1. That's only a 1 goal difference, and that's not much of a margin. So this is why you always need a defensive tactic for when you're trying to hold out the game a little bit more structured, a little bit more safe. But this is what we've got. We've got defensive style is drop back, width is 5, depth is 3. So similar to what we was using in the other formations, just using drop back this time so it's naturally deeper. Play in the box is 3. Balance, obviously, attack again, as I was mentioning, width 5. You can use possession, but as I said, I need to be able to counter attack them still, so balance is there. Stay central, getting behind on my striker. Balanced on the cam, nothing changed there. Come back on the ram and lamb. As I mentioned, we're trying to hold this lead, trying to be a little bit deeper, be a little bit more structured and safe. Stay back on both of the CDMs where you saw in the standard formation. I am just using them on balance so they can help me in attack. I don't want to help them in attack. Just stay back, cover centre. Let's defend this lead. Right back and left back, similar job once again as all formations. But yeah, that is the custom tactics I'm going to be going into the first weekend league with my 400k team and my mega team. Obviously, I'm going to get different results and whatnot, but if these tactics have helped you out, give you a little bit of insight what I'm using, next week there will be a custom tactic video of explaining what to use and why to use and what suits you best. But yeah, that'll be it for the video, guys. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and peace.